Fridley, Minnesota, the United States Handball Association's four-wall National Handball Championships. My name is Dave Vincent. Alongside David Fink here for the quarterfinals of the men's, where Carroll is going to go up against local legend Andy Nett. And you can tell it's a home court for Andy Nett because the fans have been packing in. We've been watching them just fill up the stands here. And you can tell it's a bunch of new faces coming in to watch their local hero, Andy Nett, go up against Carroll.
These two, Dave, have only played once before. That was in 2013 at the Simple Green U.S. Open at a time when Andy Nett was a staple in the Race for 8 Elite 8, and Carroll was a guy that we'd heard about but had never seen. He defeated Andy Nett 21-3, 21-6 in that round of 16 match and went on to lose to Alan Garner in the next round. Killian did, and took 5th place there. So Andy Nett is well aware of the prodigious talent that Carroll brings to this match. And we'll see if Andy's able to turn around that lopsided loss here today. Andy Nett made the finals of his most recent tournament in Tallcorn, Iowa, where he defeated Marco Chavez in the semifinals, lost badly to Luis Moreno in the final. But last time we saw Andy Nett on the Race for 8 tour at a regular stop, he made the finals at the NYAC 2015, defeating Luis Moreno and Sean Lenning, but did play in the 2015 Simple Green U.S. Open 5 months later, lost in the round of 16 to Emmett Peixoto.
Well, Andy was certainly in a good rhythm there in New York, also defeating Colin Crehan.
Right.
In that opening round, had a pretty good, possibly his best tournament ever.
Yeah, Andy had played in the first 22 Race for 8 events, never made it beyond the quarterfinals. He took a full year off, comes back and makes the finals as a qualifier. And you remember in those 22 events that he played consecutively, he was only in the qualifier for 4 of them.
That's the very first serve there from Andy Nett. Andy served the ball, not realizing the referee was
second serve,
trying to figure out his microphone situation and played over. There's a miss hit. I believe the score is 0-1 because I saw Andy serve earlier.
0-0.
I think that was called short.
0-0. Well, that one right there was called short,
right.
So that would have been side out. I think the referee forgot that there was an original short, was fiddling with the microphone.
Oh, okay.
Andy served again on second serve. Referee tells him to stop. Andy serves again and serves short. They didn't call the side out.
And look at how Killian sets up on that ball. So impressive.
That ball just pops with that 1-inch high kill shot.
Yeah.
1-0.
Carroll dedicated himself to the Race for 8 tour this year, Dave. Played in all 7 events this season. Started off with no ranking and quickly got himself into the top 8. Only took him 3 events and finished the season at number 4 and as the Players' Champion.
Two-zero. Second serve.
You hear Andy getting a lot of support
0-2.
from the crowd here. Andy's a school teacher, Dave. Very close to here. Lives in the Twin Cities. Of course, we're just about 15 miles outside of Minneapolis here in Fridley. Andy, a former high school and collegiate
2-0.
star athlete. Quarterback, actually. Winona State. Holds some records there, Dave. Also a great baseball player.
3-0.
Played handball as a youngster, but didn't play that much in his teens and early 20s. Got back into it in about his mid-20s. Already had the foundation.
Point.
Killian is off to the races early here.
4-0.
I know, Dave, that we're just 4 points into this match, but I will say that Killian's been the most impressive of any of the 8 players we've watched today.
Well,
just
yeah,
throughout these first 5 points.
his footwork alone, but he's hit
Right.
more flat kills than anybody thus
5-0.
far, and we're only at point number 5.
Against no errors.
Side out.
And there's the announcer's curse.
You did that on purpose, though.
I didn't.
You did.
I was enjoying seeing that
0-5.
flawless handball.
Well,
I
then why
shouldn't have
didn't
said
you say
anything.
that it was full of errors? You could have saw that for another 10. If the work those announcer curses
Side out.
correctly. Look at that left-handed kill. That was an amazing shot.
And Killian with the 617 on his back, Dave. That's the Boston area code representing
5-0.
New England.
Short.
Made a second home for himself.
Serve. I call the serve short. There's an appeal on the serve. One agree, one can't see. We'll stay at the call, short call. Second serve. Point.
And Dave, what can Andy really do at this point
6-0.
with the way Killian's playing right now?
Go to the roof,
Short.
which is not Andy's game at all.
Second serve.
But he has to get Killian out of the front court.
Point.
Wow.
Timeout at 7-0.
I think Andy, when he played Killian last, Killian wasn't who Killian is now, and Killian still was able to get past Andy fairly easy. I think this new version of Killian Carroll is just a step above that, and Andy's going to find it much harder to climb that mountain.
Well, throughout the last match and the first 7 points in this match, Killian has outscored Andy 49-9. So you're talking about just about 5-1 scoring ratio.
Well, if this match goes on, there could be 3 out of 4 players in the semis from Ireland.
Which is not atypical. This is about what we'd expect. However, Dave, we did have Black Sunday at the X Fest where the Irish went a combined 1-5. The only match they won was when they played one another. It was Katrina Casey and Sienna Shireen combining to go 1 win, 5 losses on Sunday at the X Fest.
10
Both
seconds.
losing in 3-wall big ball, both losing in 1-wall big ball, and then playing each other in 3-wall small ball with one of them winning. So,
That was the only win because they face each other.
right, and normally that's the case with the Americans. The only win that the Americans have is when they face each other, which is what we saw when Emmett and Luis Moreno played. But I believe Dave Scana told you it was the worst day in the history of Irish handball. Yeah. But,
Said that
Okay,
jokingly, but
resuming play. 7-0.
and for Sienna, not to single her out, Dave, because she's one of our favorites, but had to be probably the worst day she's ever had in handball. She went 0-3 on that day. 3 matches, 0 wins, including picking up some donuts.
Look at those amazing gets from Killian Carroll up front, diving still in the middle of this rally. Andy does go up to the roof, but Killian is putting on the pressure. Huge
Good
setup,
night.
and Killian puts those away. Andy goes down to one knee and skips it in, and there's a point for Carroll. That was a great, fun rally to watch and listen to.
Well, Andy went for the pre-dive. Didn't help in that circumstance.
8-0.
Killian
Thank you.
continually get that. He said it was 2 bounces. Andy slaps him on the back.
I guess that's what you need if you're Andy, a sort of half-flubbed return of serve that just dies right in that left corner.
0-8.
Killian's just on fire right now.
8-0.
You know, Andy's a rhythm server. He gets into a rhythm, he could be really deadly, but he can never
Second
get
serve.
into that server's box for more than 1 serve.
Almost a double fault, Killian, but not.
Not sure what Killian was trying to do there.
And Dave, this is one of the greatest
0-8.
height disparities of any 2 pro players that you could possibly see. Andy Nett, one of the tallest, I believe 6'4", Dave, 6'3.5".
Right.
Title.
Killian Carroll, rated about 5'6". So you're talking about almost a foot between these
8-0.
two. You could safely say 10 inches, I would say. Dave, there's not too many pro matchups where you would see that disparity.
Second serve.
And that's what makes handball cool. I mean, Dave, you wouldn't see Steph Curry guard Kevin Love.
But it can happen.
It could.
I mean, if your player doesn't rotate on the screen.
Well, Kevin Love doesn't rotate on the screen.
No, but if
so-
you're someone who set a screen for Kevin, and he might get mixed up and have to take it.
Yeah, true.
Those mismatches happen.
Short.
It was incredible, Dave, seeing Steph Curry shooting over and around Kevin Durant
Second serve.
in the last series, the real final, as I call it. Oh, yeah. Dave, I really like what I see from Killian now. A lot less diving, a lot more in control, looking to dictate rallies as opposed to retrieving.
Title.
But still diving,
Yeah, still diving when he needs it, but
not relying on it as a.
this is down from, at this
8-0.
point in the game, Dave, Killian would have already hit the deck 12 times. He's only hit it once so far.
They haven't seen Killian play before. They're seeing some of the best play they've ever seen in their life.
Well, we've already seen 2 incredible back to front,
Timeout. At 9-0.
and he ends that rally with a punch fist right back at himself on the right wall.
I mean, how impressive would it be if you've never seen Killian Carroll play and this is your first time? I mean, he's moving his feet always. He's so aggressive, so strong, and he's keeping these rallies going. And the crowd just kind of chirping here.
9-0. Carroll.
Great view of a gentleman's head there.
Mm-hmm.
That some people love standing up on the bleachers right in front of our camera.
Well, they say that sitting is the new smoking, so he's...
Is standing.
30 seconds.
You don't want him to be unhealthy, do you?
No, I don't. I'm so glad. That's why I said I'd love seeing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, of course, the film crew could walk over there and politely ask him to sit, but they don't want this guy to be
No.
compared to a smoker.
Right. I mean, handball is a sport that promotes great health.
10
We
seconds.
tell them they can't stand.
You want it outside? Okay.
Timeout.
There's a camera. All right, resuming play. 9-0.
Now we're back into play here at 9-0.
Point.
Killian is so dangerous in the front court. You have no clue where he's going to go. He could do that little soft
10-0.
feather shot of his, usually a misdirect, or he can power it someplace. He hits the ball like a cannon. For his size, he has to be pound per pound one of the hardest hitters in the game.
And that's the only way Andy has been able to take Killian out of the server's boxes with those off-speed
0-10.
left-handed paddle returns that die in the left corner.
Point.
There he goes. Andy Nett scores for the first time, 1-10.
1-10.
As there's another rain delay at the U.S. Open of Golf.
Well, it's only the 5th so far today. Not bad.
10-1.
Well, for this course, this oddity is par for the course.
Yeah.
That's
Well, if you're
part
going
of
to Pittsburgh in June, you better expect some rain.
Have you
11-1.
played this course?
Yes, I
And
have.
what was your score?
It
I
was
want
not
to be
good. It was
official.
very, very difficult. Not good.
I mean, you can't hit the ball into the
12-1.
clown's head.
Short.
10 serves 1. Killian Carroll back in here. First game, best 2 out of 3 to 21. Tiebreaker 2
Second
to
serve.
11.
Short.
And a double fault from Killian.
1-12. Point. 2-12. Hold it. .212. Short. Second serve. Point.
And he gets away with a below
3-12.
average second serve there. Still wins the point.
Short.
See if Andy can get
Second
into a
serve.
rhythm. Been in the server's box a few times in the last couple minutes.
But his serve doesn't seem to be bothering Killian, even the good ones that he's hit.
Point.
But those shots do.
That bothers anybody.
4-12.
Ball slicing down off the back wall on that back
Short.
right side wall. Almost impossible to get. That ball was a crack serve or was it short?
I thought it was
serve.
short.
So did the referee. Second serve. Score 4-12.
Side out.
You just hear that sound that Killian's kill shots make against the front wall.
12-4.
That sound tells you, Dave, that he's using his legs and also making perfect contact on his hand.
You're peeling the serve. Okay. I
The
call this
sound will
short.
really tell you everything you need to know about a player.
Both
Dave.
disagree is good. Okay. First serve. 12-4.
When you hear that echoing sound, like that right there, you know that you've got a serious player in the building.
$13-4.
Dave, was there a time in your pro career that when you looked over at Killian Carroll, you said to yourself,
4-13.
I want to play this guy because I know that you haven't played him yet. Is there a point when you say, I think I can play this, I see a weakness, or has he developed so quickly that you're sort of saying to yourself, I hope not to play this guy?
No, I certainly wouldn't say that I've seen a weakness or anything that would lead me to believe that I would be able to exploit anything, but
5-13.
certainly as a competitor, I'd love to play him. That may happen, Dave, at the RFC.
Side out.
We have an early probable commitment from Killian.
Well, if that does happen, I can give you the
13-5.
score already in the tiebreaker,
Wow.
where you'll be up 8-1 and never score again.
It's only happened to me about 25 times.
Oh, that will mean there will be no banquet afterwards, no Pittsburgh Pirates tickets. Everything's closed down after that loss, and that's a heart-wrenching loss too.
They never get easier.
I already wrote to the paper, gave them the story. Only thing that'll mess it up is if Carroll doesn't go.
Yeah.
Short. Second serve.
Now, just because you're kicked out of the city of Pittsburgh after I lose that match doesn't mean you can't go to another city and go to dinner or something.
That's true.
There's some people coming from Canada. They'll be driving home. There's places to stop outside the city.
Point.
Great shot right there from Andy Nett, left hand down the left wall for his 6th point.
6-13. Point.
There's another one now.
Andy hanging in there,
7-13.
weathering that slow start.
Short.
I think it hurts Andy, Dave, that he doesn't have a chance to
Second
see
serve.
this level of ball on a consistent basis. Played Emmett Pichot at the U.S. Open in October. Didn't really see a top flight level
7-13.
player again until May.
Milwaukee Open, I believe he plays, where he definitely
Short.
ran into somebody good there.
Okay.
I think he played Moreno.
Second serve.
Could be wrong, but am I right that he played in Milwaukee?
He does play there. Don't know if he advanced. He beat Daniel Cordova there, 21-19, 21-20.
Side out.
And maybe he would have run into Moreno there.
13-7. Short.
That was in December of
Second serve.
2015, the Milwaukee Open.
Played Luis Moreno. Lost 21-4, 21-5 in the semifinals after defeating Danny Cordova at the Milwaukee Open in December.
So not a good last two starts for Andy Nett against Luis Moreno.
I'm going to replay that.
Oh, and Killian. Surprised by that call.
Let's take a look here.
We all want to be there.
That's one of those borderline leaning toward Killian getting the point.
I don't think it was the wrong call either way.
It's a three-ring circus. You're charging
Winner of this match day will face
So replay at 13-7.
Martin Mulkerns from Ireland. Dave, like you said, no tiebreakers yet today. And I think we would have expected at least one, maybe two, in that Mulkerns-Lenning match or the Moreno-Pichot match, or even this one, but haven't seen one yet.
7-13. Second serve. Side out.
And Dave, not to look too far ahead, but our first match tomorrow morning will be at 11 a.m. Central Time, I believe. That's Paul Brady taking on
13-7.
Luis Moreno. That would be noon on the East Coast, and
Point.
if you're watching on the West Coast, 9 a.m.
14-7.
That's about right.
Pull it.
No avoidable call, just a regular screen.
And then, of course, the bottom bracket semifinal
14-7.
to follow that. We're still waiting for our
Short.
fourth semifinal
Field with a serve.
qualifier.
2, agree. Second serve.
But that one will still be played at what, 10 o'clock in the morning tomorrow.
Right.
That's West Coast time, of course. That'll be 12 o'clock Central.
Side out.
That's incredible power right there. Really kind of off-footed, sort of a tennis shot there. Was
7-14.
Andy didn't really square up correctly with that ball and still hit it a ton.
Well, that's why Andy was a
Short.
All-American college quarterback. Could throw the ball
Second serve.
72 yards in the air, Dave.
I don't doubt it.
But Dave, you're also one of those long toss guys. I think you threw a baseball, what, about 324 feet one time, was it? In the air?
But
I
I'm
saw
not a
you
guy
throw
that-
one
I'm not a guy-
315, but you weren't all that warmed up. And I could tell you didn't let it really.
Timeout
Let
at
it go.
14-7. It's
Well,
two.
the difference between myself and Andy is Andy
Yeah, please change them.
can throw a ball 90 miles an hour,
Mm.
and I can't. So it doesn't make sense that I can throw a ball that far, but I guess it's just the way it is. That used to be one of my claims to fame, that
2
I'd be able to
minutes.
throw the ball as far as anybody that could possibly throw it, but I couldn't throw more than 80 miles an hour.
Yeah.
How can that possibly be? 14-7 here in game number 1, and it looked like it was going to be a blowout as Killian Carroll had a nice little lead of about, what, 11-0, 10-0
Yeah.
before Andy scored his first point.
Right. It was 10.
10-0. Then Andy got 2-12, and then got all the way up there to 7-14 here, and now Killian's starting to fight back again. A little lull right now between the two, a lot of side outs, but really a lot of great rally between the two players. And I guess if you were going to look on paper, which two players are going to dive the most in a match, it would be these two. Andy's known to be a diver.
A pre-diver.
He's a pre-dive. He dives before the ball gets there, so the ball's really low by the time he's on the ground.
Killian's a flyer. He's the type of guy that
1 minute.
will actually be off the ground for 2 or 3 yards in the air.
But he's also known to dive for balls that are coming to him, too.
Yeah.
You remember in the old days, he would dive for balls that were coming right at him. And you're saying, well, why would he do that? But I think it's more of a security thing.
A lot of talk about the old days. with you.
By old days, it's one
Is that 2 months ago?
like
or?
a year ago.
Oh, a year. Okay.
30 seconds. Killian
This is
over
the
there.
Global National Handball Championships. We're in Fridley, Minnesota, with the United States Handball Association. My name is Dave Vincent, alongside Dave Fink.
Oh, never mind.
Really a great event here, Dave.
20
I know we're
seconds.
enjoying ourselves a lot here in Fridley.
I love it here.
Resuming play. 14-7. Replay,
That's going to
please.
be played over.
$14-7. Point. 15-7. Point. 16-7. Side out. Seven 16. Point.
There's a point there for Andy Nett, making it 8-16.
8-16. $16-8. Point. $17-8. Point.
Big setup for Andy. He had that revolving door. He took the shot, missed it, dips it in.
18-8.
Score now 18-8, and Killian Carroll is rolling.
Point.
Thought that Andy was going to call a timeout here, but he took the time to clean off his eyewear. 19-8.
Point.
Make that game point now.
Looks like that comeback, Dave, has fallen well short here.
Game point. Serving
Hard to
8.
spot one of the best players in the world, 10 points.
Good game, guys.
Carroll, where it seemed to take about, what was it, 12 minutes or so to get up to 12-4, and just, I mean, literally just 10 minutes to close out the match. And it was an absolute kill fest at the very last second there from Killian Carroll. Put those afterburners on, takes down game number 1, 21-8, and we will have game number 2 coming up right around the corner versus Andy Nett. Stick around, we'll have more action from the United States Handball Association's Four-Wall National Handball Championships from Fridley, Minnesota. I want you to stick around. We'll be back in just 4 minutes here at racefor8.com. Stick with us.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
My life is full of statistics. Thing is, I could have dropped out of school and become one myself, but I didn't, because I had people that believed in me. Here's another statistic. 7,000 students drop out every school day. That's 1 every 26 seconds. It's time that students know that we believe in them.
Inspire a student and share your message of support at boostup.org.
The Tucson Racket Club is your home away from home. Join us for world-class tennis, handball, racquetball, and the new rage, pickleball. Or try one of our 160 weekly group exercise classes. Want to swim laps or play with your family in the pool? Enjoy our 2 junior Olympic-sized pools and wading pool that are open year-round. Then round out the perfect day with a delicious meal at our restaurant or sports bar. All at the Tucson Racket and Fitness Club, where Country Club Road ends and fitness begins.
Get a remarkable clean with non-toxic and biodegradable Simple Green All-Purpose Cleaner. Use straight from the bottle on heavy grime or dilute the concentrated formula to make up to 44 bottles of daily cleaner. Safe for all washable surfaces, Simple Green can be used indoors and out. From kitchens and bathrooms to living and play areas, countertops and floors to furniture and clothing. Keep your home and our world clean with Simple Green.
We are different. Society should aspire to be more like us.
Be part of the first class. Get energized. Get outside.
Hold on, guys. It's gonna get bumpy.
And get moving. Experience the power of physical activity. Join the movement at ActionHeroAlliance.com.
$7,000 high school students drop out every school day. That's a line of desks more than 4 miles long. We can keep students in school. Visit boostup.org and take the first step.
So, what's it gonna be? We could ride bikes, skating, movies, zoo, whatever you guys want to do.
Can we just do this?
Yeah. We could just do this.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Are you getting this, honey?
Oh, prime time. We are rolling.
All right, Mama's gonna bring it home. Mama's gonna bring it home. Okay.
Come on, watch this guy.
Oh, backwards.
Oh, don't. Oh.
It went into Bob and Carol's yard. Oh, no? Okay,
Yeah.
here it comes.
Oh, Mom!
Challenge your kids to be active and eat healthy.
All right, let's see what you can do. Let's go.
They might surprise you. Search We Can for more ideas on how you and your kids can get healthy together.
Get a remarkable clean with non-toxic and biodegradable Simple Green All-Purpose Cleaner. Spray straight from the bottle on heavy grime or dilute the concentrated formula to make up to 11 bottles of daily cleaner. Safe for all washable surfaces, Simple Green can be used indoors and out. From kitchens and bathrooms to living and play areas, countertops and floors to furniture and clothing. Keep your home and our world clean with Simple Green.
This is one amazing truffula tree. Can you imagine a place where these grow everywhere? Yes, it's called the forest, a magical place to enjoy with your family.
Everybody ready? Good luck, gentlemen. 0-0. Second serve. 1-0. Point. Two zero. Short. Second serve. Point. Three zero. Point. Four zero. Point. 5-0. Side out. Zero five. Side out. Five zero. Point.
Bartwell?
6-0. Point.
Could start you early on court.
7-0. Timeout at 8-0. Uh, 11? Oh, 8. Yep. Twenty seconds. Okay, resuming play. 8-0. Point. 9-0. 10-0. Short. Second serve. Point. 11-0. Short. Second serve. $12-0. Point. 13-0. Point. 14-0.
Score now 14-0, Dave. So make that 119-55. The Irish have outscored the Americans through 5.5 games today.
That's unbelievable.
15-0.
That's more than 2-1. And of course, they've won all 5 of those games. And this is about to make it 6.
Second serve. Side out. Zero 15. Point. $115.
And Nett finally gets on the scoreboard here.
Shut up. 15-1. Point. $16-1. Point.
Killian Carroll is just
17-1.
rolling right now, Dave. 17-1.
Side out. Timeout. No? Oh, towel.
To
Okay.
include the 5-minute break, Killian got up to the 17-point mark in 13 minutes, according to my stopwatch here, which I don't think is incorrect. I mean, it says 13 on it.
Okay.
I never took Killian as being a fast worker, but
Hey, 117.
1-17, Andy Nett, local hero here, just getting demolished in game number 2 after losing the first one. 21-8.
Second serve.
Here he's down 1-17.
Call it.
Wow. I'm surprised there. Referee didn't call that over at least. Andy Nett was getting up during the time that Killian Carroll dove in.
Thank you.
Here's that first dive from Killian Carroll. Andy Nett's going to hit the floor here soon, Dave, and you're going to see this. I believe on this shot here. Andy's down, and then Killian dives, and Andy's getting up. And I think they get tied up there.
Yeah.
Okay, replay.
I mean, if this is the NBA, they'd suspend Killian.
Yeah, that would be 2 flagrant ones, not a common hinder. You'll have to explain to me what that common hinder means, or the common foul means, Dave.
17-1. Short ball. Second serve.
Well, back in the old days, in the 80s.
Now that's the old
Does
days.
that feel better?
Finally.
Does that feel better?
Yes.
Back in the old days, they would call a
117.
flagrant foul, and that was it. You were in the locker room.
Yeah,
And
but they
so-
would never call it. So
Right.
it was.
But now a flagrant is, they look at it and say, well, it's flagrant because it was a tough foul, but he was going for the ball. He didn't mean to hit his head. His head just got in the way. In the old days, the head was, the reason why you were in the locker room. So here they're saying, well, that's just a common foul. It was a hard one. We admit
Yeah.
it. So we're going to give you a flagrant on that, but it's not as bad. So there's like 2 levels. There's a big setup here for Killian. He dives in again. The crowd appreciates it. Andy thought he got it.
A lot of times when you call a double bounce on yourself, you actually did get it.
Maybe he did get it. What's that? That's a flat rollout from there with a backhanded flip from Killian Carroll. And Andy, his body language made it look like he was still serving, but
Mike, before you go on, I got one question for you. Two 17.
amazing serve there from Andy Nett. He has to first strike that for a point. Killian dives in, undercuts Andy's legs.
You tell.
That's the second flagrant foul. And
Now, if ever there was a safety
Killian, I
hold,
thought it was
that
down.
could have been it, but it wasn't called. So now I'm convinced that there is no such thing as a
3-17.
safety hold. You couldn't call it fast enough anyway.
not with Killian on the floor.
Point. Four 17. Point. Five 17. Short. Yeah, go ahead and change your headband.
Now Andy Nett is scoring some points here, and
One short
now our
circle.
referee's going to grant him a chance to change his headband and such. You're watching the four-wall National Handball Championships from Minnesota. We're in Fridley, a little sleepy suburb not too far away from Minneapolis. Certainly close enough that you could enjoy the nightlife there. Not me, of course. I have to prep for these amazing matches that are coming up. Earlier today, it was Paul Brady. Luis Moreno and Martin Mulkern's all winning. That puts Brady versus Moreno. Martin Mulkerns is going to face the winner of this one, and it looks like Killian Carroll, and that's going to be a shootout. With Killian having a slight advantage, I believe, in the way that that one matches up, Dave.
You had a chance to talk with Martin after that big win. He gave me a thumbs up. Playing
talk.
it close to the vest here.
Great talk.
I said, sort of one of those open-ended questions. It's not a question. Should be a great match between you and Killian tomorrow. He said, and I quote, "Yeah, it will." So
he's not revealing much.
no, but I think he understands that he's in for a good match tomorrow. I think we as fans will be as well, which is a lot more than they can say for what's happening at the U.S. Open right now, Dave. It looks like about 4 inches of rain on those treacherous greens at Oakmont, which won't be so treacherous when they resume play. It'll be like throwing darts, which, as you know, Dave, is not the way U.S. Open is generally played. Certainly wasn't up in your neck of the woods last year in Pacific Northwest, where that grass was actually dead and rock hard outside of Seattle there.
Point.
Andy connecting now. Took him a while to get going, Dave, but
6-17.
once he did, it looked pretty good. Unfortunately, he spotted Killian 10 and 17-point leads to start both games.
17-6. Settle. Six 17. Short. Second serve. Settle.
Really likes to do that. Please come to tournament control.
17-6. Short. Second serve. Settle.
Dave, just based on what you've seen here throughout the day today, Paul Brady does look susceptible.
Yeah.
Based on his
6-17.
what could be an injury to his leg, just by the way he was acting in the court, even though his win, or I should say his scores look Brady-like. Martin Mulkerns looked pretty spry, defeating Sean Lenny.
He had some great
And
moments.
Killian Carroll looks at moments here like the best player you've ever seen.
Mhm.
I mean, certainly the strongest in the draw. And then
Yeah.
there's Luis Moreno out there who had flashes of brilliance with his serve. He's, I think, could take down Brady tomorrow.
Second serve.
Just by the way he...
I think Luis is going to have to move his feet a lot more and get himself in better pre-shot positions if he's going to take down Brady.
I'm just basing that off of the injury from Brady.
Yeah, I see Brady at about 75 to 80%, but you still need to play great ball to beat Brady at 75 or 80%.
Point. Peeling serve. Okay, his peeling serve, I called it good. Both disagree. Short
Just
serve.
if I was going to look at the way that today has
Second serve.
looked, based on the players, Killian Carroll's winning the Nationals.
Well, yeah,
but I don't like to make an emotional decision. I know you do.
Yeah.
Point.
But he does look like the best player here.
Yeah, I mean, I see Paul Brady needing to be at 100% or close to it to beat Killian Carroll, and I just don't see that from Paul right now.
Second serve.
I mean, Paul's still going to beat all but, 2 or 3 players in the world at Killian's saying there's contact, but, Paul's going to beat all but 2 or 3 players in the world at 75 or 80%.
Replay it? All right,
But
thank you.
Killian's one of those 2 guys, Dave, that I don't think he will be at that level.
18-7.
See Andy Nett give that
Point.
Yeah.
contact call to Killian Carroll there. That's classy. You have two of the nicest guys in all of handball right here playing on this court.
Point. Match point, serving 7. Match, guys.
Wow, that was an amazing serve out. Now, final 21-8, 21-7 in 2, and now he is going to face Martin Mulkerns tomorrow in the semifinals, while Paul Brady will face Luis Moreno in that other semifinal match, and that one is going to kick off, I think you said 9 o'clock Pacific, 11 Central Time tomorrow. So beware, because that's coming up. David, I know we did a little bit of chatting here about the matchups for tomorrow and, you know, who we pick as our favorites, but I don't know how you can root against Killian Carroll.
Well, it's going to be hard to pick against Killian no matter who he plays in this event, just based on the way that he's playing right now. Martin Mulkerns has faced Killian a number of times, has not beaten him in recent years, and he'll have his work cut out for him, but you know that Sean will be coming in with a lot of confidence. Or excuse me, Martin will be coming in with a lot of confidence tomorrow after defeating Sean Lenning today.
Well, we're going to take a break. We very well may continue this live broadcast feed from the show court, depending on what they put up next. But in the meantime, that was the semifinals. Hope you enjoyed it. I want to thank the United States Handball Association for allowing us to bring you this feed, as well as their President's Club. We'll have more handball here on the show court if it becomes available. In the meantime, I know I'm going to say goodbye to you, Dave, and we'll see you tomorrow morning at 9. And for the rest, stick around. You might see some more handball action as we wait for schedules to sync up here in Fridley, Minnesota. It was Killian Carroll taking down Andy Nett 21-8, 21-7 for Dave Fink, Linda Manning, Ben Manning. My name is Dave Vincent. Thanks for tuning in to RaceFreight.com here at the Four Wall National Handball Championships.